what are we putting on the coaster today?
Just starting off with a coffee today.
Okay.
I think it's early morning,
Yeah.
no alcohol.
Yeah, I think it's high time
Yeah.
we stop doing alcohol for coaster, man. Anyway, I'm feeling sick myself, so I'm glad a nice
Good.
black coffee for us.
Nice.
I'm just gonna take a sip of this. And you
Well,
said
me too.
this is from Subco.
Yeah, we're using Subco beans at the moment. Yeah.
I think anyone who is listening this thing from Bombay is going to be very happy to be hearing Subco's name. It's a favorite
Yeah, it is
around.
now.
So, welcome to Coaster Club. We're with Chef Ralph today. How's
Hi.
it feeling,
All
Chef?
good, all good.
How's it
Good to-
going
good to
today
be
on this beautiful sunny day?
So far, so good.
But anyway, I really want to start off with understanding like how did this begin for you? Like the entire thought process of I want to become a chef. Like it has to have happened in your childhood.
Yeah, I think so. Family has been in hotels and in hospitality for the last 20 years or so. So I was one of the only ones in the family actually who kept going to the hotels quite often. Whenever there were dinners or anything happening, I would be there.
Okay.
Right. So I think it all started from there probably. I knew I wanted to be somewhere with F&B. Didn't know what, and then slowly found my way as college happened. And as as I grew up, I knew no other department would fit me well, or would handle me rather than the kitchen. I think the kitchen was the only thing that could handle this. So yeah.
But when you say like family was in hotels, so like what was that scene exactly?
So we own hotels in Goa as well.
Okay.
So my dad now they're mostly all leased out.
Okay.
So my dad used to be there every day, every morning, kept to every night, and then I used to go there quite often. And it just happened to be something I enjoyed.
And like you said, like okay, you wanted to be in the F&B space.
Yes.
But then, how did the opportunity in London come about?
So after I did my undergrad in Lavasa in Lausanne.
Okay.
École Hôtelière in Lavasa, which was a Lausanne affiliate at that time. I did my BSc in hospitality there, and then from there I knew I wanted to do something more. India was just picking up that time, but then I had the opportunity to go out. I was fortunate enough. So I said, okay, apply to Le Cordon Bleu in London, and that happened. And then after
That's
that,
fancy, huh?
That's quite a bit. But
Yeah,
I think it all
that's
worked
good
out.
pedigree.
Yeah, it all worked out in the end. And then I said to make the most of it, work as much as I could, and then happened to be there for about 8 years then.
Okay.
So which was a very good thing. Yeah, I
And
think
so
turned
you
out
went
well.
to Le Cordon Bleu.
Yeah.
And you also did hospitality in India.
Yes.
What would be like a major difference that you would say like a culinary school in India and a culinary school outside India has?
I would say at that point of time at least, they were way ahead.
Okay.
In terms of not way ahead, I would say, but in terms of technique, there was a lot of French cooking. There was a lot of that happening. Back then in India, at least when I left Goa, the only steak we knew was the small little flat one you get. And we used to not travel to Bombay that often. We used to not travel to Pune. Obviously, when I was in Lavasa, I used to go quite often, but not like how it was. Like already, I mean, they were already so far ahead.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways that I said I can always come back and work in any kitchen in India because we are from here in India.
Yeah.
So I said that option would never come back. So I said, head out. And I think the major difference was that.
Like they knew more techniques. They knew like
More classical cooking back then.
and just more resources, I'm assuming.
I guess. I think COVID had a huge shift with hospitality. Like we were the first ones to get affected and the last ones to recover. So
But let's see it in a way that like people love going to restaurants these days.
Yes.
Like, they are like the customer side of it is actually I think booming.
yes.
Right? But don't you think in the same way the other side of it, which is like people who want to get into hospitality should be booming as well?
I mean, we would think that, but it's not.
No?
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
At least my point of view is that it's not as It's not a glamorous ride.
Yeah,
right?
fair enough.
It is difficult. It's a lot of hard work, like a lot of physical effort. So it's not as easy as a desk job, I would say.
And how was it in Le Cordon Bleu? How was that experience?
That was brilliant. I think people from all walks of life can join that kind of course, right? So I guess it's the application after you leave the college that counts the most. That you can go with all the information and not do anything. At the same time, you can go with all the information, actually work in kitchens and put that to use and refine those skills. Right. So I think for me, I learned a lot. I think everything I know came from that place in some form or format. All my basics, and then after that, obviously working in a lot of French kitchens. So
After going from Lavasa, where you did the ethnic bit, you went to Le Cordon Bleu, which was
to refine only culinary.
Yeah, but then you would have felt like this is like much easier than what I was doing. Let's say,
Yes
back in
and no. Yes and no, probably, yeah. But I think it was the skill development was very different.
Okay.
Right?
Fair
It was a lot more technical, and I came from a background which had no knowledge, right? So I had to put a lot more effort to catch up with the rest because the guys they go out eat, they probably understand what they're having. If you came from like rock hard steaks from here to yeah. So I think it was a very different life for me. Yeah.
So you would say that it was a little bit extra effort to be able to adapt to like what
Very much.
food
Very
you're
much.
cooking. Yeah. Fair, and then came Rosewood Hotels.
And then I started with those.
How was that?
That was
How
great.
was it
That was
working
great.
in a Michelin guide restaurant?
So that was not the chefs of Michelin, but that was not a Michelin restaurant.
Okay.
But all the chefs were all French classical brigade trained, very intense. And I think that was the first job I had, like a real job I had after I came out of college. And I think I learned a lot from that place. Like I started from complete zero to climbing up the ladder and actually putting a lot of effort into that space. So I quite enjoyed my time at the Rosewood actually. Yeah.
But okay, so like whenever we talk about culinary schools, everyone talks that you have to start off with like French techniques and like that's the basic of cooking, right?
Yes.
Would you agree? Like I know you and your restaurant does like European dishes,
Yes.
right? But like let's say somewhere else where you're not particularly doing European dishes, or even let's say for your example, is it important that we start off with French cooking always?
So for me, I don't know anything else, right?
Okay.
I think that's something I always wanted to do classical European cooking. So for me, I think I'm probably biased when I say yes, but not really otherwise. I think a lot of, see, you obviously learn your bases, right? But then its application comes into cooking like this, what we do, right? A lot of Indian cooking doesn't need that, so probably not. I think right now you don't have to be classic, but I think it's good to see that sort of a brigade sort of format and mentality because it puts a lot of emphasis on the system.
So like if you're hiring someone, you will make sure that they know their French techniques.
Not really. I think
No?
so. St. John's,
Yeah.
where I finally did my last days of cooking in London. One thing I learned from that space was they used to take anyone from any background, anyone. One guy who had a music background came in and he said, "I just want to cook," and they gave him a chance, and he was one of the best chefs.
But why do they do that? Like it's a big risk that they're taking. So
I mean-
it's not like a.
So I did St. John's Bread and Wine, which was a lot more, not the Michelin, the bread and wine, which was a lot more of the easy, comfort food cooking. That's what I wanted to do before I left last, and I think it just gave. People with no background in kitchens actually put a lot more effort because again they have to catch up, right? They know what they're leaving. They know that it's a huge risk. Right? So they put the most amount of effort, and I think they've become the best chefs.
Like you feel like those guys were putting in more effort than you as well.
They used to do a lot. Obviously it was hard because we were the ones training them, right? We were the ones training them to get up to speed. But I do that as well, right? I like to get people from even zero background. I give them a chance. I like doing that.
Did you do like was it a focused effort to go into the breads and wines? And was it like eventually you want to open Praca Prazeres? Was it like a thing that you wanted to do and that's why St. John's came about, or is it just like
no?
serendipity?
It was just. St. John's has a lot of nose to tail cooking, right? It was very old school, classical British, very hardcore. Pan meets fire, and meat meets pan, literally. So there was no sous vide, none of that stuff. Like it was just raw cooking, right? So that's what I wanted to do before I left because I wanted to get
so it's like covering all bases then.
Yes, I would say I did a varied amount of cuisines and stuff which I think I enjoyed.
And now the most interesting bit was how was Noma?
Noma was intense. Noma was very intense.
Yeah, because when I learned that Copenhagen is like the mecca of like cooking, I was firstly a little surprised. Oh, Copenhagen has great food, but then Noma is obviously like a 3 Michelin. How was that like? And how different was it from like all the places you worked in London? Your culinary school, everything. Was it like a complete shift?
Not a complete shift. I think the restaurant I did before Noma was Clos Major, which was again a solid French brigade. Solid. I think I learned a lot from that space. Like,
yeah.
So
Most romantic restaurant.
most romantic, yes, most romantic, but hard kitchen, man.
Behind the scenes,
Hard
it's not
kitchen.
romantic at all.
It's not romantic at all. No, it's not. It's not romantic at all. So I think I had that sort of ambition to be in strong kitchens, and I really wanted to be in environments that were really pushed myself, right? So that's why I said let's do a Noma. Obviously, I've heard a lot about Noma at that time. It was Noma 1.0, the first Noma that I went to.
Okay.
And it was like the OG space to sort of, and everyone was doing it back then also. I guess everyone was doing a lot of Noma back then. So I said, I'll give it a shot, and obviously I went there. It was intense, long hours, and non-stop. Like you have to be on it, right? You're doing it 5 days a week, like 18 hours at least.
Whoa.
Yes. So it was good. It was great actually. I think I enjoyed it. Learned a lot from the space. But after I left that space, I said I'm done with fine dining, because I think that gave me a shift, saying that although I do enjoy this, I want to be in a more comfort food setting.
Okay.
Where I want to actually cook, because there the components were broken down like a system, right? It was like one component coming from there, one component coming from here, and then the dish was brought together.
Interesting. And also like behind the scenes in Noma, like as a lot of people say, it's like controlled chaos.
It was
a proper, but like things are working in a system. I'm sure like there would have been like some shouting, some disorder.
Of course.
That's comes naturally in hospitality business anyway, right?
Yes, yeah.
So I mean, sounds like a fun and like an intense experience.
It was intense.
And so now you've had experience of working in like Michelin,
yes.
right? How far away do you think Indian restaurants are from like, let's say, getting a Michelin? And like, is it ever going to happen in India, or like, is it just like something behind the scenes that's going on that India will probably never be seen on those kind of lists?
No, I think India's getting primed for it now. I think we're ready for it.
Yeah.
To be honest, yeah. I think a lot of restaurants are ready.
Do you mind naming some?
Like Papa's, for example, right? Like a mask.
Okay.
Right. These guys are like solid, like Nar, like.
Yeah, I think these are regulars on everyone's
even Bandra Bond,
list.
for example, right? A different kind of
fun. I mean, Bandra Bond does it's bread and meat in like some different ways. It's
crazy. So I think there's a lot happening, and I think India is getting ready for it, right? Obviously, guidelines come. Obviously, all that matters. But in terms of technique, we have it all. In terms of produce, there's a lot of local stuff happening, right? In terms of service stuff, we are getting there.
Okay.
I think for me personally, I'm still very new to the industry when it comes to restaurants, right? But these guys who are OG have been doing a fabulous job, right?
Okay.
So I don't think it's far. I think it should be here already. And
it's just a matter of time, or matter of time, getting logistics in place.
I think so. I don't know how they operate, but I think they've already seen a lot happening. So I think they also want to be in something what's happening.
And like, you worked in London, you worked in Copenhagen. I know you would make a lot of visits to Lisbon during your London days,
very much.
Now you've seen like food scenes around the world. Which one country you feel like the food scene is just the best and like it's just blowing up? It's like you feel is on top of the list.
I think Spain. I don't know actually. Spain. So I would say Spain. I would say Lisbon. I would say all of this when I was there. Right.
Okay.
Right now, I think India is blowing up like a lot more than that. Right. A lot more openings, a lot more fun stuff. People don't need to leave India for anything right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If you think about it, that's what I meant. Like the shift from what a Goa or India was like 5-6 years ago to like now, you don't need to step out of the country for anything. You get everything.
Fair
like
enough.
You get anything you want for any dish.
Yeah, different parts of India, you will get like whatever you want. You get a steak, you get
and
oysters,
we can also import everything right now.
Fair enough.
Like I have caviar right now in the fridge if you want. Right. So back then we used to travel to eat, right? I mean, that was at least part of my opinion.
Fair enough. Like even like if I'm traveling tomorrow, the main agenda is I want to try out different things, right? But it's nice to see when you're like traveling in India also, you can have those lists, and then you're comparing it to what you had outside of India. So I mean,
so I think now I would say probably India is going up a lot more than other countries.
Wow.
Although those guys have been like far ahead.
So what is it about Goa these days that people are preferring to like, and even let's say like an extension of a restaurant is opening, let's say from Bombay.
Yes.
They're coming to Goa now. Like, let's say Izumi, first Goa, Mizu, Goa. What is it about Goa that's
I think presence in Goa is something which everyone wants to have.
Yeah.
I think like a Bombay has only 4 walls you can sort of do something, right? Here you can have a space that's a lot more beautiful, like al fresco, like breathe the air.
Yeah.
So I think Goa presence is what a lot of brands do want, and fair enough. I think they should, because a lot of Bombay, Delhi is in Goa, right? So automatically it gives them a second home to sort of come and dine with them. So I think
you feel fortunate enough that like you had a head start because you're from Goa.
I would say yes and no. Obviously, for us, it's a lot different because we are building a brand in Goa from scratch, and Goa has the same 100 people roaming around in the city like magic, right?
Yeah.
But now that 100 people is distributed between another 10 restaurants, right? So
the competition.
Yes and no, because a brand like a Bombay, Delhi comes with a huge backing, right? A huge marketing budget, a huge
but
PR
then it
budget.
comes with a lot of pressure also.
It does. But awareness-wise, there's a lot more because it brings in that following as well. So for us, when we start off from like a Goa, it's still from zero.
Fair, but as a customer, like I personally, and I can actually talk for a lot of customers, it's like we want to try something new. I'm like, okay, let's try out like a prasa, let's try like jamun or asagao, So that helps for sure. Now, all of that, and then you opened Padera first.
Yes.
That too during COVID.
Yes.
What was the ideology? Was it the timing thing, or was it like a strategic thing that we want to be opening?
I think it was more timing. I think so. Like I said, we were in hotels. There was nothing to do, right? So then I said, okay, I'll get. So when I first came back to Goa, I started helping out with the hotels. Didn't get into cooking much back then because we were renovating one property.
Fair enough.
And then COVID hit. We all like, what the fuck to do now? So then I said, okay, I'll start getting back to cooking. Start getting, doing something, right? It was a long time, right? And then I started getting back to it. And so opposite the house where Padre is right now, there's a shop which I said that if that place ever comes on rent, I'll open. And it happened to come up. So I said, fuck it. Instead of doing like a back-end kitchen, I'll open the bakery. And it just happened to be.
That was a big risk.
Yeah, there was.
I mean, I'm sure Fati yogis are like when you're.
Yeah, it was difficult, right? It was.
But and how did the bakery come about? Like, why did you start with bakery? Was it because of like the little experience you had in
No, I think it was more because I wanted. There was, at least back then, I felt that there was no space doing that. There was like I couldn't get a brioche bun, for example. Right? Where would I go out to get a brioche bun? Like Babka was the only place that I could, relate to in some form or format, right?
Yeah.
But there was nothing happening back then. So I wanted to do like simple stuff like madeleines that we're doing now. Pastel nata was one of the biggest things which I worked on, and I wanted to be at the center of the bakery. And I used to enjoy eating it, right? So I used to eat it like every day in Lisbon, like every day.
Don't lie, I'm not the biggest fan of pastel.
No?
I think it's an acquired taste. It's a little too eggy for me.
Yeah, a lot of people do say that.
Yeah,
it is heavy.
Yeah, so I mean, I had it in Lisbon and I tried. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it is heavy.
I mean, you gotta be.
You have to enjoy
it's an acquired.
It is.
You started off in 2021.
21.
Okay.
21 April.
And then how did Praca come about?
So the restaurant was always in the books.
Okay, it was always.
It was always in the books. I wanted to do the restaurant, but at that point of time, I said I'll do the bakery first because in terms of setup, it was a lot smaller.
Okay.
I was still very new to a Goa scene when it came to cooking. I didn't want to put myself in a situation where I couldn't, come out of sort of situation, right? So I said the bakery is something which I wanted to do some simple bakes, right? And build from there, obviously. So when I felt we were ready for the restaurant, I said,
let's do it.
We'll do it.
And so you're the owner. You're the chef.
Yes.
Now, how do like both of these worlds collide properly? Because like I'm sure there would be times when you're like, okay, I want to try this meat out, I want to try this fish out.
Yeah.
And sometimes they just cost like exorbitant amounts.
Yes.
Right? But then how does the owner in you convince the chef in you that, okay, maybe we should not do this? Or maybe, okay, let's go ahead and do that.
I think that a lot of that comes from my wife because
she takes care of the finance.
She takes care of the finance and then she puts things in perspective, obviously. Because I sometimes like to spend. I'm like, okay, let's do it. We'll see what happens, right? But sometimes that doesn't always work out, right? I've always worked. Everything I've done till now has been on instinct. There's never been like a huge financial motivation behind opening these restaurants. I want to focus on trying to bring quality and trying to bring comfort and trying to bring fun in dining, right? So I look at it very differently.
Okay, fair enough.
My wife sees the financial bit because she's like, you can't spend this much and expect not to get a return out of it, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Which also does make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, running a restaurant anyway is like one of the toughest businesses out there.
So I think like she puts things in perspective and it works out.
Yeah.
It does work out, but I think the balance for me is I don't get to cook because I have to actually do a lot more admin.
Oh, okay.
I have to like.
And do you miss that though?
I do that. I do miss that. So I do miss that quite a bit actually because I'm mostly running around for things which are damn stupid sometimes.
Yeah.
Troubleshooting in Goa is like a firefighting is every day. There is not one day where I wake up. I'll show you messages from 8 in the morning. I'm sick. My cat bit me. Like literally, I got that today morning. A cat fucking bit me. I can't come to work. I'm like, fucking boss. So I'm like, so this is every day.
Okay, fair enough.
So you have to like, it's a lot more than just like cooking now.
Yeah.
You know.
No, but I'm sure you were responsible with regards to setting up the menu.
Oh yes.
Completely, right? Now, how much has the menu evolved over time? How much has it changed?
Oh, quite
how
a bit.
much R&D do you end up doing?
A lot actually. So for this we did like a
And
lot
how
of
fun
supper
is
clubs.
that?
I think that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think I enjoy that quite a bit. Like putting things, finding like trying to troubleshoot, trying to find solutions for something if we really want to do it. If it doesn't work out, it just doesn't work out, right? And I think that's one thing we do with the blackboard, right? So the blackboard is our sort of R&D, and customers are R&D. So the good thing with this is I can just put it on there, see if people like it. If they do, it makes it on the menu. If it doesn't, we take it off and put something new on. So I think that's.
So, but like, how do you get feedback? Do you literally go to the customer and be like, okay, how do you like this?
So
new on the menu?
I think now the customer base we have is like a lot like family. So we talk to them like family, we talk to them like friends, and they give us genuine feedback, and we take that, right? If we don't work on that feedback, there's no point.
Okay.
So I take that feedback very, very seriously.
Now let's pick up like Praca from Goa.
Yes.
Let's put it in like a Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore.
Yes.
You think it can function the same way?
I don't know actually. So now we do a lot of pop-ups throughout the country.
Yeah.
So I think that gives us a little bit of a tell with how people enjoy eating and we sort of understand that to some extent.
Yeah.
But with larger scale of things, with staffing, with the whole getting everything together, I think maybe not. I will have to put.
I mean, I would love for you to find it out and like just open one in Bombay.
So I want to do. We actually want to do like a good residency in like Bombay for a month or so, and really get that's something which
and also I've seen like you guys end up doing like a bunch of pop-ups. I know you did recently in Operos.
Yes.
Right. But what is it about pop-ups? Like, do you like personally just enjoy it a lot, or is it because you feel okay, this gets the word of Praca out? It's because there's a lot of knowledge share that's going on. What is it?
So I think it started off with Padre, obviously, and the first 2-3 we did, we were very aggressive back then. We were like, let's go out, let the brand spread. We didn't spend any money on PR. We didn't spend any money on marketing. We didn't have social media heads and all that back then. Now, okay,
it was
just like just cooking. Like that's the only side I saw, right? So whenever we stepped out, we acquired another 10. Like we could, another 10 customers would come to us. That would convert into another 50, and so on. Like it just built, right? So I think that has been like the pop-up culture has been very important with how I've grown and how the brand is grown.
And now, like I mean, Praca
I wouldn't know
like
different, basically.
Yeah, and now, but is it about musty? Is it about okay?
I think it's fun now. It's just like fun.
Yeah, I mean, you're meeting your chef friends and like just doing
and I think collabs are the way forward, to be honest.
Is it?
Yes, I think it's like it gets a team to see something different. They have seen like so much more, right?
Yeah.
Who would have thought that we would be doing pop-ups with like a Chef Hussein and with Chef Manuel? Like it's just been built over a period of time, and I think now that's something which I would like to keep doing. Like keep that connection going. Like whenever we go, like for example, now we did the gathering in Bombay, right? I needed a hand because I didn't have a kitchen to cook at. I called Chef Hussein. He was like, oh, "Just come," and then we cooked in the central kitchen of Hungary.
Yeah.
So I think that community is really important. And I think it just for us to keep ourselves going.
Okay, we've discussed a lot of food. I know you've prepared a couple of things for us.
Yes.
Let's have that and let's taste them out.
for it.
Okay, this is definitely one of my favorite.
Yeah, that's the
things
ceviche. Go for it.
on the menu. I'm gonna go ham on this.
So put it in the fridge.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. Every time.
I think this has
Beautiful
been
every time.
a good.
Why don't you tell us more about the ceviche though?
So this actually came about as a waste because the bellies was something we couldn't use of the fish, right? So then ceviche has been something I did abroad for quite a bit.
Yeah.
So the dressing is something I actually did at Clamajo.
Okay.
Very OG ceviche dressing, and then nice tuna, nice fillet, some beetroot pickles, fresh jalapeno, dill oil, chili oil. It's just a very nice, refreshing start to a meal. It just gets your mouth,
It's like a nice
you want more.
palate cleanser as well, And I feel like India has really, I don't know if it's new, I think it's new that we have really started getting into the ceviche game.
Yes,
a lot.
yes, very much, very much.
Any place you go
Yes.
to, even they're turning the ceviche into like an Indianized version as well. Sometimes and they taste great, Like I think, where is this? I think Slow Tide does this.
The coconut one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the coconut curry.
Yeah.
That's just beautiful, right? And that's a little Indian version of it.
Yeah. No, it's a nice one.
Yeah.
And this is a classic. I think this has been on the menu from day one.
Oh,
I wanted to do like a prawn
and the
cocktail.
same version of it?
Same version.
Okay.
No changes. Obviously,
you cannot go wrong with a
classic.
prawn cocktail anywhere.
So that's one thing. So again, growing up in Goa back then, when there were a lot of British charters,
Yeah.
so this was something the hotel used to do quite a bit, and I think that has just disappeared from like 5 years ago. Or maybe we're doing like a simple classic prawn cocktail, and there's no fuss in this. It's just like a simple.
Yeah, I won't lie. Like I would hear
Perfect.
more about the prawn cocktail back in the day than I do
OG,
now.
OG, yeah.
Like this is, I would say,
You don't
one
get
of the
to hear,
few
you don't hear.
places which actually does a prawn cocktail
Yeah,
still.
yeah. So I think this has just been a very simple. There's nothing to this,
But it's great.
Yeah,
it's
just,
just classic, as you said.
and I think Goa has a lot of play on seafood because we get, I mean, obviously the best of it.
And I think again, India is moving a lot towards cold food as well now,
Yeah,
as it did like 5 years
very
ago.
much. Everything was like
Fair enough. Now, you've been in the lists for a while now, right? And also not just in the list, you've been improving. We've discussed that, it is a little pressure.
it is. Yeah.
How do you deal with that? Like, and first, like, how much of a validation is it to be actually on a list? Is it like a good feeling? And then how much pressure does it come up with? And does it scare you that what if we're not on the list next year?
Yeah,
Or
of
we're
course,
just
I
wrong?
think. So see, when we get into cooking, we don't get into cooking for lists, right?
Okay.
We get into cooking for cooking, right? Everything else comes along the way, I think. Obviously, it's huge for the team, for all of us to be on on these lists, which are really, really important. But I think it comes with a lot of pressure then to keep up, to make sure we're consistent, make sure we are always on point, because you don't know when and how and whatever may happen, that someone may have a bad experience, they'll just go to fun, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I think that is something which is something which I don't know. It's a mixed feeling, I would say. Like, I would want to be on this also.
Yeah.
I don't want to be on this also.
Yeah, I mean,
but
if it were me, like, just getting off the list once I've been on it has to be like the most heartbreaking thing.
I would say
it has to be a kind of like a nasha. Once you're on it, you're like, I want that feeling again.
Yes, yeah. Don't know. It's like I said again, it's really mixed because we don't. No one asks for it, right? But then when you're put on a list, you also are like. I mean, it's great, right? It's a great feeling. But then again, like a lot of other restaurants have to be on the same list. So it's like how.
Yeah, I mean, and then you're competing with like a new restaurant.
Yeah,
Because I feel a new restaurant is always going to get a little more attention.
Yes.
Than like what's already there.
Yes.
And then you have to compete with those. You have to compete with something that's already there.
I think if the boundaries and like a Michelin guide, right? If everything is like very systematically planned, which a lot of these lists are also, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
They are like a lot of them are credible. But then if a great restaurant is not on the list, then you feel you're not credible enough to be on that. So especially, see, I'm still very new to this. Like I said, it's like hardly 2 years that we're in the restaurant business, right? So the other guys who have been OGs on this, are far more advanced.
Yeah.
But then for us, like we are like, we just want to cook. right? We want to give people a good experience whether we're on a list or not, right? It won't change whether I'm on a list or not, that my food will be bad or good, better today because of the award, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be the same. So I think that is something which again always has mixed emotions and obviously has a lot of chatter in the industry.
Yeah. Let's go like almost 10 years ago. All these lists would have like 5-star hotel restaurants only. Now we see all these independent restaurants and just a handful of
I think again,
restaurants.
so I mean, it's great because it puts chefs in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, on the flip side, that is also like huge right now.
And
right?
that's good though.
It is.
As it's well deserved.
It is.
It has to happen, right?
It is.
Like, okay, because someone is coming to the restaurant is one thing. Yes. One is someone's coming because the chef ran.
Yeah.
How's that feeling?
I mean, it's great. I mean, again, like I said, it is very scary. Like, you know, like I said, again, we're still very new to this. So, I mean, how do you react to something like this, right? We are only trying our best. We only know so much as being in here.
Yeah.
Right? So, it's lovely.
Yeah.
But at the same time, a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. Because you're like, you know, we have to put out the best. We have to put out. And to make the guys also understand that, hey, this is, I mean, we don't want to be off it also now, right?
Yeah.
so there's a lot more pressure on the guys being like, come on, we have to be on point.
Yeah.
No matter whether you have a personal bad day or not, people don't see that, right?
Yeah.
We have to come and put like 100% every day.
Yeah, that's what hospitality do. Like even if you have not gotten like, let's say like good sleep,
you have to come and deliver.
Like, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. And it's hot, it's sweaty, it's like
it's intense.
Fire.
Again, like we were discussing, you know, I'm sure like the way you learn, you end up like putting up in the similar things in your kitchen as well. And you guys have like an open kitchen going on.
Yes.
So people can see.
Yes, yeah. They can hear, they can see, they can feel, they can smell.
So
they want burnt bread, fuck, everyone can smell it. So, you know, it's a lot of pressure,
Yeah, but then like, how do you like to keep your kitchen? I know that you're a loud person in general, which is good also. Like for me as a customer, I like to see that show.
Yeah.
Right? But like personally, how do you go about it? Like, do you like to keep it calm or do you like to keep it like, okay, so I'm okay with keeping it intense because that's the vibe of the place?
So the thing is, how do I put this? Like in at least the kitchens I worked at, we've always one manning per station, right?
Okay.
I didn't have help. I didn't have another guy passing stuff to me to cook.
Okay.
Right? A lot of the kitchens in India or the background that a lot of the chefs come from, right? Have had help, a lot of help. Like you're not used to doing being like multitasking, right? So I think that is very different in my kitchen, right? There's still one manning per section, so you have to push, you have to deliver, right?
Yeah.
We like to do it in a course-wise manner as much as possible, unless the customer tells us otherwise. And when we have another 5 tables going course-wise, it is intense because we are not a tasting menu place.
Fair enough, yeah.
So I like to push. I like to keep it intense. But at the same time, obviously, like I told you earlier, right? I don't come in being an asshole. It just like, you know.
It's a switch. I'm assuming,
and
right?
I think it's not even that. I think it's also when we worked in when we came up positions, right? Started as a commie, worked our way up to demi, CDP. You know, that is a rite of passage.
Yeah.
Right. At least it's like a rite of passage, right? A lot of the young chefs now don't see that rite of passage. Right? They will jump from working for 1 year to already having a position that you should be working for 3 years. Right?
But why do you think that shift is happening also?
Because everyone's desperate. Staffing is an issue, so we need people in. And if someone says, "Hey, I want to be a CDP," we're like, "Okay, show me how you deliver this." So if someone comes as a CDP, means they are like fucking on point, right?
Yeah.
So then I'm like, I will give you the pressure that you offer CDP.
Fair enough.
Right?
I mean, yeah.
If someone comes as a CEO and he's like relaxed, you're gonna be like, listen, you have to
deliver on what you're actually been.
Right. So again, positions are very important. When someone comes to my kitchen and goes to, let's say, an Pedro, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, I was a CDP at Praca, and he can't fucking cook a piece of steak. I'm like, boss, I'll hang myself here. So you know, it's very. That's why the pressure's on.
Fair enough.
And if things are coming out on time, everything's smooth, then there's no reason to be like shouting.
Now I know you talked about steak. I know you've prepared a little steak for us. If we can get that table. Okay, cool. So we have a steak now. A nicely medium rare steak. Okay, firstly tell me, how does it feel when someone's like, can I have a well done steak?
We do it. They're paying for it, so it's okay. But I mean, obviously it doesn't. I mean, we don't
encourage it.
I think now it's just preference. I think I understand that some people don't see it, so it's like
This is
what.
No.
This is what, yeah.
This is very good.
I think we take pride in our steak. It's aged, it's rested, it's not pushed.
Wow.
So it's a process. It's a process. We're
Wow,
getting some
it's
great
like
meat
it's
as well.
juicy, yeah. But are there any other orders or any things that like a customer might order where you're like, oh, this is just like...
So one thing which is very difficult for me to do is vegetarian food in general. Like I'm a heavy meat, seafood, horse full of fat. So I think the only difficulty comes in when, not difficulty, vegans and the preferences, right? I understand if someone really has a restriction or an allergy, I'll go out of my way to get something done.
Fair enough.
Right? But if it's a preference, that becomes difficult. If you're a vegan and you don't eat mushrooms and you don't eat this and you don't eat that, I'm like, boss, please.
But then you're at the wrong place anyway, na?
Yes, I mean, yes and no.
I mean, I don't want to say that Praca is not for everyone. I'm sure it is.
I mean,
but like it is a meat heavy, it is a seafood heavy place. So like,
and I think I've been known for meat and seafood, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm, like you look at me, you see me eating a salad, no. So yeah, I think a meat heavy is.
But you all do like salads. You all do.
No, of course. In terms of well done and all this, I'll do anything, to be honest. Like if someone asks for it, see, I'm happy to cater to everyone, right? And in the end, it's your choice. So I don't like look down on people if they say I want well done. Obviously, I'm like, okay, it's a lot more effort that we do. That's a waste of a steak.
Yeah.
But I'll do it.
Yeah, and sometimes I'm sure like some people are not ready to listen to you. Like, okay, you're suggesting something because, okay, I've curated the menu. I am suggesting something, but then
yeah,
I'm sure
guess
that's got to be pissing off.
It is. But I'm like, now it's okay. I've in the end of the day, we've gotten into the business also to make sure that people leave happy, right? If they say I want a well done steak, we're like, no, I will not do that for you. It's like, oh, fuck you, I won't come back, sort of thing. I'm like, okay, I will do it. As long as you know it's chewy and it's rubbery and it's hard and you don't complain to me saying that it's fucking hard, I'm like, I'll do it.
Because I'm assuming when you like give out a well done steak, it's like,
it has happened.
Chewy,
it has happened. The other day, we did a well done steak and he was like, oh fuck, it's fucking chewy. I'm like, boss, now fuck you. like this is not done.
Yeah.
Like, you know what you're ordering.
Yeah.
Right? And if that's the preference you have, you know what you're asking for, is my assumption. Right? We always, I tell my team always, like, the customers always, like, no matter what, right? You have to cater to them. And even if you have made a mistake, it's okay. It's our mistake. Right? It's fine. Right?
I think hospitality people just go a little out of their way to be with that kind of attitude, that
I think that service mentality is really important if you're getting concerned about it.
Yeah.
If you go with the mentality of saying like, hey, I will serve it this way and be like very all stuck up about it, I'm like, then like,
But do you think like big restaurants outside who actually like have mega Michelins sometimes function like that, where they're like, okay, we know what we're doing.
Yes.
And they're very much like, no, we're not going to do it this way. If you want to have it, you have it this way, elsewhere. Like.
Same thing with a lot of the restaurants I worked at there. Like if the steak is this
I'm assuming Noma would have been like, okay,
oh yeah. That
fuck you, I'm not going to like change.
Only dietary restrictions.
Yeah, and maybe allergies.
Not even Noma, even a 1-star. I mean, a lot of the restaurants I've done, like they will not change the way they work for this. And again, see, I truly believe that following has come over a period of time, right? Yeah. With a Goa market, right, and with a Panjim market, we are so heavily dependent on locals that we need them to come back. Otherwise, I will be out of business.
Yeah.
Right. So for me to say no to a well done steak, and I know, like I said, I leaving Goa, I knew I only rock hard steaks.
Yeah.
So a lot of people come from the background who they don't know what a steak is, right?
Like I won't lie, like when we also go outside and like I ask for a steak. Outside, I mean like outside the country, right?
Yeah.
They assume that I want a well done because I'm from India.
Yes.
And then it's like, okay, no, like I want
a medium rare. Exactly.
Yeah,
So I think it's just that cultural sort of background, and Goa has been a lot of very well done steak sort of types.
And also like with regards to Panjim, it's just growing now, as we were also discussing people were more focused on like less
Very
North
much.
Goa or South Goa. Panjim is now that's coming up, you know.
And I think we depend heavily on our regulars, right? And I cannot ever lose them. Right? They are the most important. And the reason I open in a city like Panjim, Padariya included, is because I feel that I want to do this more for the locals, right? Obviously, there will be a movement of tourists coming in, and as the word spreads, people will come in, no doubt, right? Or no doubt, no. But I mean, we are grateful that they will come in. But at the same time, the only way I can stay afloat is by taking care of our regulars.
That's
and Panjim is, especially where Padariya is where majority of the locals do stay, right? So
it's a good spot then.
Good spot.
Yeah, fair enough.
And even for Daesh, for example, we have movement in tourism, in tourists coming in and out. At the same time, we have our locals.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, for me, myself, like, I am just starting to, like, explore Panjim, and I think it's amazing.
It is,
like,
it is.
I have to make a stop in Panjim
You have to,
every
you have
time
to.
I'm in Bombay. I'm in Goa, right?
Yeah.
So, if you have to go for, like, a fish thali, where are you going in Goa?
Good one. I think it'll be Rajba. Rajba.
Okay.
It's a small little place, just in Donapal.
Okay.
Down, it's like a little small
And simple
shack.
thali.
Simple thali. They do the best fish.
Really?
The best fish. Yeah, you should. They should. It's like brilliant.
Okay. Your favorite bar in Goa?
Hideaway.
I mean, that's everyone's favorite anyway.
I love
and
it.
like they do some great
brilliant.
combos. Yeah.
And I love
Talented
the,
people.
I think now whenever we go out, right, I cannot go for a bad meal or a bad experience because we go out like once in like a month maybe, right?
Yeah.
So there's so much involved in the restaurants, and when you go out, you don't want to be disappointed. And I think the people there are very important. So the guys are so nice, so friendly.
And I'm assuming as a chef, you're more critical of the food also.
Not really.
No?
You would think that.
Really?
Like, even if there's hair in my food, I'll take it aside and still eat it. Because you know the effort, like there may be a small, I'm like, fuck it, like it's okay, like I understand it, like, you know, I'll never ever complain.
Fair enough. One post-shift food that you like to eat?
Me? Just junk, I think, fuck, I don't know. I think just like burgers or something. Like my go-to is actually sandwiches, to be honest.
Okay.
And that's something I did when I was in London, so I used to come back at odd hours and I can't be bothered to have a meal. It was either just like cornflakes with cold milk or just like a sandwich, like a ham and cheese and stuff like that. Yeah.
Fair enough. And I mean, I'm assuming like spending so much years in London, you would have had some favorites in London as well. Anything you would mind to care to mention?
Hoppers, Fromage,
Great.
then what's smokestack, what's a smoking goat, many.
Yeah, fair,
I've been there for a while actually now, but London was
yeah. One place you love to go to eat, comfort food.
Horseshoe, probably.
Okay.
Horseshoe, very nice, old school. Club National. Again, old school Goan. You have your salted tongue bread. Very nice, very simple.
Lovely. Okay, last question. If a 14-year-old or a 15-year-old is watching this and wants to pursue culinary arts, what is one advice you can give them?
I think.
I mean, you're someone who people look up to now. So,
I think
no pressure.
No,
but
I
it's
think
got to be some good advice now.
I mean, I think it just dig your heels in. I've been telling. I mean, that's the advice I give anyone. Even if a 30-year-old person comes to me and be like, "What?" It's just dig your heel in and do it. Right? It's cooking. The initial years, everyone thinks is repetitive. It is. It's meant to be, right?
Yeah.
It's meant to be consistency. It's meant to be discipline. Meant to be like on it, right?
Yeah.
You should be on it.
Ordered,
Yes, organized, clean, neat. At least that's the way I found. You can ask these guys; they'll hear it in their sleep, I think, by now.
Yeah.
Like folding those cloths, because it has to be regiment.
Yeah.
Right. I think a lot of that. I tell all the guys who come also, even from as a trainee, I'm like, come to me, work for a week, right? I am an asshole, yes, but I'm an asshole because it's so important that you understand that if you work this way, you will see that success. Like you have to be a regiment.
Yeah.
And that's what most of these young guys don't do. They're so like Instagram has just given people a chance to think that it's very glamorous to cook on a camera, right?
Yeah.
It's behind
Plus,
the
there's
scenes.
so
very
many
important.
of these little channels who are just cooking throughout and just cooking at home, and it just looks like,
I mean,
oh, that's
don't
so
get me
cool.
wrong, it's brilliant also. Like,
But
some
it's
of the
very
guys-
different from like
it's
culinary.
very different, very different.
Yeah.
Like even like we get a lot of, I get a lot of CVs from home chefs,
Huh.
right? Home bakers who are like,
Yeah.
you know, I want to come. I'm like, you know, it's a huge, it's like a massive shift, right? Like working in your own comfort and working in the comfort of a customer, right? They are very demanding. They want it fast. They want it now. That you can't take your own sweet time. So you
Fair.
have to be on it.
But let's say like a young guy or girl comes up to your doorstep and is like, I would love to work with you for 2 weeks and understand if I want to get into this business.
I'm happy to do it. We've done it.
So if someone's watching this, you'll be...
Yes, please come.
Yeah.
Please come and dig your heels in. I mean, it'll be a little hard, obviously, but I
It's
think
not going to
that's-
be as nice.
And I think it should. I think, but that's why you should. I mean, these guys will probably say will probably agree right now that it's after you understand that you want to be in kitchens like this, you will come and join us.
Fair
Right? If you don't want to be in kitchens like this, which are not, see, we care. Like I care about that cloth being folded because, you know, people are watching. Like you as a customer, we will stand here, you will watch, right?
Fair.
We are a live kitchen, right?
Yeah.
I've chosen to be a live kitchen for a reason. Right? I need to be disciplined. I need my guys to be neat. I need the guys to be clean. So I think because we want to be this way, they have come here. If you want to be in a back door kitchen, there are many you can work the way however you want.
Yeah, but something like this is going to train you for like whatever. Then.
Yeah.
You know, it can train you for the backdoor kitchens as well.
I think so too.
Perfect. Fuck, Chef, this was amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you.
coming.
Thank you.
This
Thank
has
you for
been
having
an
me.
absolute blast.
Yeah, I think
Thank you
it's
so
been
much.
fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.